What's happening, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the vlog. Today we're going to be replacing the E90 M3 weather stripping. So as you guys can tell, I finally put the lighting up in the garage. Huge difference, huge difference. If you guys have not seen my video on this really budget-friendly, simple garage LED upgrade, I suggest you watch it. For all the lights, it was $100. Took me like, I don't know, 30 minutes to install. Just makes such a big difference when you're working in your garage. Everything's so much brighter now. So I'm thinking that the previous owner on the E90 M3 actually parked the car outside because the weather stripping on the rear windshield was completely trashed. There are 4 parts total to the rear weather stripping. There's one on the bottom, and then 2 on the sides, and then 1 up top. The 1 up top and the 2 on the sides on mine are trashed. The bottom one is in good condition. So I actually just purchased the top and the sides. You can buy the bottom as well, but I didn't have to, so there's no reason to actually buy that and replace it. Also, the bottom weather stripping is like adhered on with this like tack, which is a little bit more difficult to take off and put on, so I figured why even spend the money and do that if I didn't have to. But if you look on the weather stripping, you can see right here, it is completely gone in the corner, and this is really common on these cars, especially if you live down in the south and you're parking the car outside. This weather stripping just gets chewed up and really just kind of flakes off. There you go, piece by piece. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take out this entire weather stripping over here, the top, and then the other side. And then we're gonna go ahead and replace it with the new stuff that I just picked up at BMW. Here is the part number for anyone who is interested. I'll also put a link in the description if you guys just wanna buy this online. You can buy it online. I just prefer to run down the road and grab it from the actual dealership. But yeah, this old stripping literally is just flaking off. We'll probably end up using a trim tool to get the majority of this off, and I expect it to not come off in one piece. I'm sure it's gonna just flake off. And then after that, we're gonna go ahead and shop vac in there just to clean it all out, and then use some isopropyl to clean the inside just to make sure it's all good, and then we'll go ahead and install the new stuff. All right, so I'm just gonna start with this top piece up here and slowly start peeling it away. Just be mindful of the edge of your paint. You obviously don't wanna ruin anything, but the paint side is the side that you want to start peeling from. This thing is literally just flaking into pieces. So you're definitely gonna want to do a vacuum once you're done with this, because there's gonna be a lot of crap in here, and it's all coming out right now. So the most difficult part is to just get it started, and then once you get it started, I think we should be able to take it out and maybe buy a bigger piece. So having the weather stripping bad like this doesn't necessarily hurt your car. It doesn't like leak or anything, but it is just something that looks incredibly terrible. So I have to assume that the previous owner parked this car outside, and that's why it's in such terrible condition. Also, with the extreme humidity that we get down here in the south, I think that it just ends up taking a beating a little bit more so than other cars. But now once I replace this car is gonna be garage kept, so it should last us for quite a while. There we go. That is some gross, that is super nasty. Wow, there's crap everywhere. So this rubber also has like a metal piece in it, like a metal piece of wire. And that's really what kind of forms it. So you'll see that it bends. Ooh, it smells too. Oh my God. It's so gross. It even had a smell to it when I released it. Just like nasty mold and who knows what. So I'm gonna pull off the rest of it all the way around the car. I'm actually I think I should just pop the trunk. It might be a little bit easier. But the bottom piece is fine. So it's like, I don't really need to worry about that. There's just stuff everywhere. So getting it started is a pain in the butt. But once you get it started, you can kind of peel it up, and you want to roll it like that way and then slowly lift, and it'll come off eventually. You just got to really, really get at it. There you go. All right, so now for this top piece, same kind of approach. get in there and start prying at it. There's definitely a lot left over from the other pieces too. You want to clean all that out. All right, so what's left over is this like war zone of nastiness. I just wanted to be a little more careful when I did it up here because I have the roof wrapped. Don't want to ruin the wrap at all, so just be real careful. Your paint, with a trim tool you should be fine. You're not gonna wreck anything. But yeah, it all came out relatively easy. It is super dirty. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take the shop vac, hit all this, go all up in, get all the stuff out. Then I'm gonna go ahead and take some of this 91% isopropyl and clean out the actual crevices. Let's get it nice and clean for the new stuff. All right, so as you can see, the canals are now cleaned out. Just want to make sure that there's no debris in there, because when you're putting in the new stuff, you don't want it to like sit up on top of like an old piece of weather stripping. So cleaned all of it out. Now we can go ahead and put in the new stuff. All right, so like I said before, this is OEM BMW, and it comes in this big box because the weather stripping has little wires in it, and that wire is what allows it to keep its form. So you don't want to be bending the box or anything. You go ahead and open it up. Cool. So there it is. Here's the top part of the window and the two sides. So we're just gonna lay it on the rear window, kind of mock it up, and then start assembling it. It is all in one piece, so this whole thing is just one piece. All right, so I have it completely mocked up on the rear windshield, and it is the right size, it is the right part. There's also some adhesive on the inside, some kind of adhesive on the inside that's gonna help hold this to the actual windshield. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some of this lubricant. You can use like a silicone lube, and I'm just gonna go around and spray the outside, just so when I do get it on, I have room to kind of move this if it's not on perfectly the first time. And then we'll just work our way around. I think I'll probably start with the corners and then go from there. All right, so we got it all cleaned up. Looks perfect. Really good. It's not that hard to do. It's actually a fairly simple job. Just gotta take your time with it. See, it connects down there. Goes all the way up and around. Easy one, super easy today. You know that sometimes I gotta do these like maintenance videos, especially when I have an older car like the E90. The F30 weather stripping is fine, it's a newer car, so I don't need to do it on that car, but obviously with an older car like this, maybe one of you has an E90 or an older BMW, trying to figure out how to replace that weather stripping, now you know. So like I said before, you guys can either go to your BMW dealership and buy the actual weather stripping in the package, or you can actually buy it online. I have a link down in the description to the exact one that I bought, part number and everything. But hopefully this helped one of you guys out. Comment down below if you guys have any questions or anything you want to add to the video. Make sure you guys like the video. Please do subscribe if you're new here and hit that bell notification. And just like that, this video is over. I'm out. Peace.